Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is March 16th, 2020, and the vaccine trials have begun today in Seattle, Washington. And I want to talk to you about this and how it connects to the Obama timeline, the Abomination of Desolation, the 10-year anniversary of Obamacare, and the Unbreakable Alliance in Israel. This is all connected to the Obama timeline. And what we have here, I believe, is a 7-day warning. The vaccine trials have begun March 16th. The announcement coming out on March 15th. So we have a 7-day warning to March 22nd and March 23rd. And here is the Obama timeline to give us understanding of everything. When you see the Abomination of Desolation according to the prophet Daniel, Matthew 24:15, if we go into the book of Daniel, we will see that there's a timeline given. The 70-year prophecy from the order to restore Jerusalem, the end-time fig tree generation, how the prophecy of Daniel is fulfilled at the end of days, connecting us to the second coming of Jesus Christ, the rapture of the church, the great tribulation. The order to restore Jerusalem, according to Daniel 9:25, is the beginning of the 70-year timeline. This took place in November of 1947 with the order to the Palestinian partition plan, the order to restore Jerusalem. Daniel 9:26 says that after 62 weeks, there will be a covenant. After 62 weeks, from 1947, adding 62 years, we come to 2009. This brings us to the covenant that Barack Obama received through the United Nations, the Nobel Peace Prize, fulfilling the prophecy of the Antichrist. He comes in peaceably. The Antichrist comes in peaceably. Then we have the Abomination event that took place on March 22nd, 2013. 3.5 years to the day. It brought us to March 22nd, 2013, Barack Obama at the Church of the Nativity. And another event took place that day that began another timeline, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. But to confirm this timeline, if we go from the Abomination event, according to Daniel 12:11 and 12:12, there are 1,290 days and 1,335 days after the Abomination. Well, 1,290 days later, Barack Obama was in Israel again for the funeral of Shimon Peres. This was the Feast of Trumpets in 2016, and on day 1,335, the Revelation 12 sign, the beginning of the birth event. Revelation 12 sign was beginning as Jupiter was entering Virgo on November 17th, 2016. This also is confirmed by Chessvan 17, the day the flood began. So all the dates we see how they're all confirmed by the Hebrew calendar within this timeline. But what we have then is that the Abomination event that took place, where he defiled the Church of the Nativity, there was also a covenant that was made with Israel. It's called the Unbreakable Alliance. Unbreakable Alliance in Hebrew means covenant with the peoples. Covenant of peoples. Okay, and this is the wording that the prophet Daniel uses, covenant with many, covenant with the peoples, an unbreakable alliance that took place on March 22nd, 2013. Now this was a covenant with Israel. He said that he would have their back, that Barack Obama vowed to Israel to have their back, and it was 3.5 years later that this covenant was betrayed when Barack Obama failed to veto at the United Nations Security Council. He failed to veto a bill against Israeli settlements. He voted against Israel. He betrayed the covenant. This is a midweek covenant. It's 3.5 years after the covenant. And now we are coming up on the 7-year anniversary of the Unbreakable Alliance. And this is what the Bible says: covenant with many for 1 week. At the end of the week is when the desolation will come, the end of the week. And this is all connected to Skull and Bones 322. It's connected to the Georgia Guidestones. And if that weren't enough, it's connected to the 10-year anniversary of the signing of Obamacare. Obamacare was signed on March 23rd, 2010. And so we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the signing of Obamacare. Obama announced this week, through a website called protectourcare.org. It's connected to the Obamacare program. And he announced this week, it's time to finish the job for good. It's time to finish the job for good. It's been 10 years since the milestone signing of Obamacare. What does the Bible say? The mark of the beast is the number of his name, Obamacare. It's all connected to a 7-year timeline from the Unbreakable Alliance in Israel. And the Unbreakable Alliance is confirmed by a timeline that goes back all the way to 2009 through the Nobel Peace Prize, and a 1,260-day connection to the Nobel Peace Prize, and a 1,335-day connection to the Revelation 12 sign. All of this to confirm that the Unbreakable Alliance that took place, which was not only Skull and Bones and the spring solstice, but it was also Nisan 10, the day of the triumphal entry in Israel, March 22nd, 2013. So we are connected right now to a virus that has brought about worldwide lockdown, and 1 week before the crucial end of the timeline, we have a major event that is taking place, the beginning of the coronavirus vaccination. 7-day warning to March 22nd and March 23rd. Wow. Now, we are looking at, I believe that March 22nd and March 23rd is the final revealing and the full manifestation of the man of sin. I believe it will bring about the desolation, the beginning of the Great Tribulation, and connected to this would be the rapture of the church on or before March 22nd and March 23rd. On or before March 22nd and March 23rd. I believe we are looking at our final week of life as normal on this planet, and that we are within 1 week of the beginning of the Great Tribulation. This is connected to the biblical timelines of the 70 years of Israel and the covenant with many 7 years to the day. Okay? So this is what I wanted to share with you. Are we in our final week? What does this mean? Are you ready for the rapture of the church? I know that it may seem like they're just not giving us enough time, are they? With all their movements and their lockdowns and their forced quarantines, and it's just happening so fast. But we've known this was going to be coming for a long, long time. And really, we need to be ready for the rapture. The rapture of the church is the true, blessed hope, the escape. And for those who are left behind, do not take the mark of the beast. Jesus Christ gave everything for us. He gave his life. He gave up his time and home in paradise to come to this wicked, evil earth and to give his life for the sinners, for those of us who did not deserve the sacrifice that he paid for us on the cross of Calvary. So now it is time for the people of God to give their life for Jesus Christ. I pray you are blessed today. This is Steve Fletcher, the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.